Hello, in this video I'd like to talk about installing an arm to your 270 awning or 180 awning. Now this will work specifically for an awning which has a 3/4 inch wide arm. So first I just want to start off with explaining the process that I used. So let me go ahead and get started. So starting out, one of the things I'd suggest is using a small drill bit. Now this drill bit right here happens to be 1/16. Also, you want to grab a drill bit that's 7/32s. This is what you're going to use in order to drill your final hole for your outer pole hardware. So the first thing you want to start with your small drill bit, or if you have like a center punch, is drilling your holes for your clips first. I'll include the measurements. Basically from the outside in, you'll come 34.5 inches to your first spot. The next spot will be 44 inches. Now, by using the small drill bit, it allows you to put a small starter hole because your screws are machine screws, or I should say self-tapping. So as you start screwing this into the small hole, it will automatically thread itself. But by having a small hole, it gives you a guide for the screw to get started and go up. So you'll install both your clips by drilling the holes in the very center. Go ahead and install those. Now you want to make sure that you make this snug, but not too tight. If you make it too tight, you could easily strip it out. So just be mindful of that. Just take your time. When it seems like it's snug, stop there. Next, once we have these two clips in place, let's go ahead and do the same thing with our 1/16 drill bit right here at the end. Now this one could be a little trickier because you really literally want to make sure that when you're putting your drill across or drilling, if you want to drill all the way through, that you make sure that your drill bit is literally horizontal with your arm. Otherwise, the hole could be kind of at an angle. So just be mindful of that. You can also measure this on both sides and just do a drill on each side. We're just going to do a starter hole first. This hole right here will be measured out, and this will be drilled on the side. It comes up 3/8 up, and it comes in 2.5 inches. So once you do that with your starter drill bit or center punch, come back with the 7/32, and then use this in order to drill all the way through for your hardware. Once you've done that, we want to go ahead and install the arm. Now that we've installed the two clips, we can start off by taking our pole and placing it up here. Now, the pole itself will sit at this angle. So when it comes down, this will rest right against the arm. So this is the position that your pole should be in. So we'll clip this up in here, slide this all the way down, and then install our hardware. The hardware I happen to be installing has an Allen and a Nylex nut, which I'm using a metric number 10 open end wrench, and for the Allen I'm using a number 4. Before you install your hardware into the pole, just check to make sure that your hardware fits in your drilled hole properly. After you've done that, go ahead, put your arm up, place your hardware in, and then go ahead and tighten everything up. Now we don't want to make this too tight because this is not something that has to have a great deal of pressure on it. All we're simply trying to do is make sure that our nut is flush with the end of the screw. If the screw, this is the nut, and this is your screw, happens to go past this piece right here, in theory could do damage to your canvas top. So make sure that when you install your hardware and their nut, that it's flush to the end there, not past. Now that I've done, I can go ahead and check it. Unclip and let it come down, spin it to lock. And there we have it. One thing to keep in mind, when you go to drill your starter hole or your larger hole, take your canvas top and peel it back. So when you go ahead and drill, you don't accidentally put your drill bit through your top.